All right, guys, Honey Jefe here. It's part 3. So I'm gonna pull this lid off of these 2 supers here. And I'm driving. A lot of bees in there still, not a ton, but there's plenty. And so as I'm driving, the ones that manage to get to the top of the supers uncovered. When they fly up, they'll be flying up into a wind about 55, 60 miles an hour. And they won't be able to get back in the honey super. There's just less bees I have to mess with when I get home or to my next spot. So this is my recap. Part 3 of the garden apiary. There's a single frame, 1 gallon honey super, or internal feeder frame here. I filled it up, about 50% water, 50% Pro Sweet. Hopefully they'll be able to build out a few more empty frames, with some frames there that are just foundation. A lot of comb in here on this super, a lot of nectar, not much of it capped. So I just kind of left this as it is. I didn't pull anything. I did add, they all had small hive beetle traps, and I added swiffer sheets to all of them. Here, they had 2 supers. I pulled one. The bottom one was completely packed, full of capped honey. And the one above that was like in an 8 frame or 9 frame spacer. That had 3 or 4 frames that were capped. The rest of them were just full of nectar, or 60-70% capped. And so what I did is I pulled that box. The ones that weren't 90 to 100% capped, I left them in here into just a 10 frame box with no spacers, and I got 5 or 6 frames of foundation and just checkerboarded it in here. So I decreased the amount of space, added some foundation. Hopefully they'll fill that up. They'll be able to cap the rest of their honey. Like I said, I fed those guys, left these guys the same way. I added the playing cards. Just enjoy doing that. Over here, on this one, this is the one of the splits that I did, and I combined 2 splits. There's probably 2 sheets of brood in there, front and back on the frames. The other ones, there's probably 6 frames of comb. Some of it filled with a little bit of nectar, but good frames of comb. But there's probably about 4 or 5 frames of just foundation. So I found 2 frames that was just comb and nectar. It didn't have any brood that I could tell on there, and I moved 1 frame of foundation over in between them, just to hopefully get them drawing out 1 more. And I'll keep doing that until I can get all the frames that have comb on there. Fed them 50% water, 50% Pro Sweet from Man Lake, which is the last time that I'll get Man Lake. I'm seeing a hole. There we go. Here, just now seeing that. Huh. I do need to plug that so when robin season starts, I'm gonna just use this. This is just a painted box I got from Man Lake for pretty cheap. And I didn't wax it. All the ones that weren't waxed, they have these little weak spots in them, just where water has gotten in and where my hive tool has probably been at some. But anyway, so what I would like here is to treat these guys for mites with the extended strips. I'll come back and check that honey super in a week or so after the 4th of July. I've got 9 or 10 other apiaries I gotta go look at. I don't think the first one over there on the far left is going to be ready for a super. I'm just hoping they can fill out their top box in time for winter. I'll let them pack that out. Hopefully I'll be able to pop these supers off and take them home here in a week or two. If not in a few months, then I'll leave them. And I'm hoping these guys will pack this hive out full of comb and everything they need. Maybe I can put a super on there and let them fill out some comb. If they put brood in there, I don't care. You know, they may not do it. It's fixing to be a dearth here, so I don't want to have too much space in there. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. Remember, Honey Jefe is honey with a J, like jalapeno, honey boss. Get a chance, come to honeyjefe.com. That's Jefe. It's one F between two E's, like you're spelling Jeff. All right, I didn't say that right, but you know, I've said it enough times. This is my office, guys. Y'all have a great one.